Hey everyone, my name is Tiara. I am new to this, but I am starting a vlog on the journey of me and my husband trying to conceive. Me and my husband, we have been married for over a year now. We got married in August of 2018. And since then, we have been trying to conceive our first child. So, right now, we are currently not pregnant. We have been trying for over a year, and it's been a little bit of a rough journey for me mentally. For my husband, he's my biggest supporter. He's very positive. He's trying to keep, high hopes that it'll happen one day. We're trying to stay prayed up together. Which I love about him so much because he has, such this drive that, once he puts his mind on something, and he speaks it into existence, he thinks, well, he knows for a fact that it's going to happen. So it's more so the waiting game of when it's going to happen. But, we're very hopeful and we're very, prayed up about, having our first child together. I just want to use this vlog and this channel to really speak about how our journey is thus far, and hopefully it'll be helpful to someone else that's out there that's trying and it just hasn't happened yet. But I just want to give a different perspective on women that are trying to have children, and it's a quiet fight, because it's easier to speak about the happiness and the joys of conceiving a child. But I just want to give my story on our journey and the waiting game of actually having a child. So me and my husband have been trying again to have a child, and it's been over a year, well over a year, because we actually tried I think a few months before we actually got married. So me in this situation is, trying to smile through all these little tough fights every month with, taking a pregnancy test and it's coming back negative. It's very difficult to share this story. But again, I really hope that it helps someone, and hopefully it'll help me when reflecting on looking at these videos, how strong I am throughout this whole process. So getting right into it, right now, and I'm making this vlog because it was something in me that was telling me, that I really need to share my story. And I want to act on it as soon as it's been something burning in me to help others with. And I think this is something that can really inspire someone to continue to be hopeful with it. So I do have a couple of things that I have listed here that I think that, could be shared. And I want to just jump right in it. So let's go. So number one, the mental status of all of this is I try to wear a smile. I try to, stay positive. I try to, keep high spirits, but it is hard. It is very difficult for me to always keep it together. In this, I feel somewhat defeated because, it hasn't happened yet. But I mean, I guess that's normal, because you want something so bad, and this is something, the one thing you want in the world, and it just hasn't happened for you yet. And to continue to get negative readings all the time. It's very difficult. And I think the most difficult thing is, you know, after you get married, the first thing people ask you, you know, when are the kids coming? Or, you know, are y'all working on, working on getting a baby? But in the beginning, it was, funny and humorous on answering those questions. Yeah, we're working on it, ha ha ha. We're newlyweds, it's fun. And then it turns into, every month it gets more difficult for, you knowing that you've been trying and it's not happening, to answer it. So it's so tough now. It's as if when someone asks me, I shut down. I don't really know how to answer, or you just pause in it, and I don't try to make anyone uncomfortable with asking, because I know it's just an instinct to ask. But sometimes I don't think people are sensitive to that situation, because they don't know what's going on. They don't, it's really not their business. But you try to, be as respectful with the answer as possible. I will say it like that. So, being asked and having, all these holidays in the year, when in your mind, right now is New Year's. We had New Year's yesterday. So, I was expecting to share good news with my husband on yesterday, but I did start my menstrual, my period, my flow, whatever y'all call it. I call it the blood. But it is very hard. He doesn't know how I started. He really thinks in his mind that this is the month. But later on today, I'll let him know that we gotta know again this month. So it's just been difficult with dealing with, I'll say it like this, dealing with others when trying to conceive, because you want to say yes, you want to feel all that love from others when you give them the big news. So something else that's hard is that I have on my list is tracking my ovulation. So in the beginning, I would test every day. I had the test strips. I would do it as soon as I got up. This is after I was speaking to my doctor. So after I spoke to my doctor, I think because I just moved to this location that I am now, so I didn't have a doctor locally. So when I got an appointment and I scheduled with her, I was letting her know, it was a few months that we were trying, and she was letting me know that, give it a year, before, we do anything about it, because apparently you have to try a year before anyone takes you serious. That I didn't know. So and she put me on like a weight loss program, so that's on my list too. So we'll get into that. But tracking my ovulation, it was sometimes it was okay. Starting it was very confusing, I would say, on doing the test strips. And once you get the line starts to get darker and darker and darkest, and then it starts to fade away. It started to get simpler to understand how to use the ovulation strips and how to track it. And which was cool. But then I started to notice that, some months I will ovulate early, some months I will ovulate later after, my period. It was very, back and forth, and I was so on. I started to feel like I was like the ovulation strips were like taking control over everything, because as soon as I saw that I was ovulating and my cervical mucus was on point, the egg yolk, I mean not the egg yolk but the egg white texture, and it was watery, you know honey, let's get some baby dancing on. So and I'm very regular, 26 days every month. It stays on rotation. So I've never had like an irregular period. I'm not taking any birth control. I haven't for years. I mean, since high school. I mean, so I didn't think that I have had any issues with if my cycle was irregular. Never had an issue with that. But it has been weird with the ovulation strips. So, my doctor was just like, well, maybe you should change the strips that I was using or whatever. But right now, I'm not using ovulation strips. I'm trying to ease up and take a break from those right now, because they are very tedious. You got to do it every day, certain time of the day, every day. And I don't know. For right now, I'm not doing ovulation test strips. And I haven't for the past 2 months. So that I'm taking a break with that right now. But I'll start back up with those after I see my doctor on the 8th. I have my first OB appointment on the 8th. So when we have and discuss things at that appointment, I will definitely pick back up on the ovulation test strips. I'm just right now focusing on like my app and trying to relax and not be so into trying to make baby will right now. So I'm just trying to, this year I'm really just trying to relax and let go, let God create, and it will go from there. So let's get to my third thing, which was the weight loss. So as you can see, I am a little thick. I am, but I used to be thicker. So my doctor, she first wanted for me to try to, get some weight off, get healthy, focus on Tiara, and I've lost, right now I lost 21 pounds and counting. I started a spin class, so I'm getting more weight off. I'm being more conscious about what I'm putting in my mouth. I'm being more conscious about, meditation and getting some me time and really relaxing and understanding my body more, especially with food. I really think that, that probably was an issue with being overweight. So like, I'm really taking it serious with, eating more healthier, working out, really focusing on meditation and relaxation after working out, and trying to be, stress-free. So hopefully, these steps that I'm making, especially for the year 2020, because I really think that this is the year that me and my husband is finna do some big things. So I really want, to hear stories or, comments or anything that other women may be experiencing that they could help with sharing with me. Definitely anything that y'all want to hear from me. in my experience of trying to conceive with my husband right now, I am going to try to keep this vlog going. I really feel as though it'll help with me getting things off my chest, because this really is a silent battle. People around me really don't know how difficult it is. I'm really keeping it together right now because I want to cry, but I'm not. So I really just want to share this experience, because I think this will be a start to helping other women be okay with talking about, you know, trying to conceive and the difficulties of it, because it is real and it occurs more than other women may think. And I think this is a starting point of something very good to try to shoot for and to have these conversations. So with that said, I will definitely see y'all later. I hope y'all have a great and blessed day. I will totally keep y'all updated. But before we leave, I just want to say that right now, like I said before, I have started day 1 of my period, and I am going to, from there, I'm going to try to vlog for the month of January to see how this goes. So bear with me. You know, this is something new. This is something very transparent, and hopefully, you know, your girl will be a mommy soon. So this saga may continue, so hopefully, you know, you'll stay with me. So my name's Tiara. Again, y'all stay out on the lookout for everything that I want to share with you. Okay, love you. Bye.